Well, good morning. Good morning. It's Friday. Happy Friday to you. This is the Friday Connection to Nature, and this is Live with Nature. And you're joining me here. Welcome to Sarasota, Florida. You are in Sarasota, Florida right now, and I am Stephen Smith, and we are going to welcome in today. We are going to watch the sunrise here shortly, and I'm going to talk about spiritual discernment for a few moments. And I'm just going to be grateful. I was going to say in gratitude. I am in gratitude. I hope that you're in gratitude. If you're not, let's see if we can turn that around and make it a little bit better for you. Bottom line is, this is Live with Nature. This is your opportunity, as well as mine, to connect with nature, to welcome in a brand new day, to maybe get something out of what I'm talking about on my topic. I've kind of changed my, I guess the way I'm doing it, by putting a topic on it, chatting about that for a little bit, and hopefully inspiring people. That's what I'm about. My purpose is simple. Complex. Takes a lot of work, but my purpose, which I've determined, is to be helping other people, to help them actually overcome obstacles that they might be having in their lives, to break through barriers that might have been holding them back, to share my experiences, to share what helps to make me strong, to put out my story. And my story is interesting, I'll say. I'm writing about it. It's something that I always wanted to do. I always wanted to write a book, and I wrote a chapter last year. I was asked to write a chapter in a book called Transformational Change, an insightful story about 11 different authors, combined their efforts. We co-authored it. I wrote chapter 7, Transitional Change. What I found is this: I'm in a constant transitional change. I've made some really seriously poor choices in the past. I've made some really good ones. I want to start by saying I wouldn't change it. Sometimes I feel maybe like I wanted to change it, but I've become convicted in the fact that I don't want to change it. Because what I recognize now is that I have a higher power. My higher power is God. Now, that's something I didn't just realize. But what I recognized is that God put me through all that stuff so that I could stand right here today on this broadcast, Live with Nature, as well as some others, and start group with Facebook, Life Begins When You Start Living. Write this book that I'm about to write, a full-length novel about my life, about my story, about my strengths, experiences, and my hope. And my hope is that you're going to have a good day. My hope is that maybe there will be something in this broadcast that you'll get out of that is a positive to you and makes a positive impact in your life. So, talking about spiritual discernment. I basically, the other day, I'm involved with a church that's online with a friend of mine, Stella Ann Alcantar. That is my accountability partner. I know her from a group, Live Masters, where you do live video answering a question of the day in a private setting. Getting comfortable, it doesn't sound like I am right now, getting comfortable with doing live video, and then maybe going from there. And what happened with that is that it morphed to where I am right here today, doing the Live with Nature. Having a Facebook page for that, having a YouTube channel for that. I've got, honest to God, at least around 10 different platforms that I'm dealing with. About 5 maybe different platforms, but about 10 different things. I've got the aspect of Live with Nature, and I also have my personal page. I broadcast off my personal page. I am very blessed to have a lot of friends that I've made on Facebook, and that is really awesome. I'm grateful to Facebook for providing a platform where you can actually do live video, talk about things, get to know people, enhance my life life experience. And getting back to the spiritual discernment is that, yes, on Facebook, as well as Twitter, as well as Instagram and YouTube, there's going to be people out there that give you a hard time, might say things that aren't very kind to you, might say things that are very kind to you in an effort to befriend you, and then show their true colors by actually having ulterior motives. And that's what prompted me to speak about this particular subject, was that happened within my group. And it's disappointing, very disappointing. But the fact of the matter is, there's all kinds of people out there, all kinds of personalities, and all kinds of motives for why we do things. I know my motives are pure. Plain and simple, my motives are pure because I'm just trying to share my story. And it's not a lie, it's not a deception, it's just the simple truth of my story. I don't have a problem being transparent anymore. And all I'm doing is that with this church and my spiritual advisor and my accountability partner, Stella Ann, asked for God to give me spiritual discernment, which is basically the ability to allow myself to make good decisions based upon what other people's intentions are, so that I can discern whether it's good or whether it's bad. Some might say righteous or evil, however you want to look at it. As well, I have that higher power. I call it God. I call Jesus Christ as my Savior. I use Him as a role model. The more I can try and be like Jesus Christ, the better off I think I'm going to be. And so I try and pattern myself after that. And I need to have spiritual discernment because there's so many people out there that I want nothing more than simply to take advantage of you, like I say, befriend you, get you to engage with them and talk. And I hate seeing that stuff because they have an ulterior motive. And 9 times out of 10, that ulterior motive is to maybe sell you something that you don't need or want, take your time up, which your time is valuable, and I appreciate people that take time to come and watch this, or maybe try and turn it into Date Central, amongst many other things. But yeah, I mean, so many people want to turn it into, oh, I'm looking for a relationship, and this is why I'm on Twitter. And it's like, oh my God, really? Or Facebook, you know, looking for a stable relationship with a good guy or a good woman or something. It's like, holy cow. Now, I know that when Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook, that wasn't the idea. It was really very narrow from the standpoint of it allowed the people in college to be able to interact with each other and get to know each other and help each other, and, you know, maybe study partners and stuff like that. So it has morphed itself, and the fact of the matter is there are people out there that don't have your best intentions in mind. They want whatever they can get out of you, and it seems like in this universe today, there's a lot of people that's what they want. Whatever they can get, and they'll take as much as they can, and then they'll leave you high and dry. And that's a shame. It's a difficult thing. This is where the spiritual discernment comes in, is to determine who and how they are. Now, I've been doing this for a while, and I've been online for a while, and so I've gained a lot of knowledge about how to even just take a look, fairly quick look at that, at a profile, and determine whether these people are for real or not. Now, they can depend, most of them are not really swift. They really just are not. They're just hoping on the numbers. You know, if they hit enough people, sooner or later, I've been in sales all my life, really, in one fashion or another. They are looking at the numbers. Okay, so fine, I hit 100 people. If I can get one out of them and I can get some money out of them, that's fabulous. You know, I've had very close personal friends that have been taken advantage of because they just didn't know better. They trusted the person that they were talking to. They'd get a phone call, hey, this is your long lost cousin and I'm in jail, and oh my God, I have to have some money to get myself out or else I'm going to end up in prison for the next 10 years. And my mother died, and, you know, the cat got run over, and I have no food in the house, and all these wonderful, you know, things that an average person that has some empathy and sympathy for people go, oh my God, oh, and hadn't talked to them forever, so don't really recognize the voice or don't recognize them online because of course they've stolen some profile, and then they end up spending their hard-earned money and you know, get taken advantage of, and I hate seeing that. So that's why I'm talking about spiritual discernment. I suggest that we pray for this, that we all try and make good decisions. If you would like me to share more about that, please just send me a direct message. I'll be more than happy to share my thinking about that, the things that I've learned, the things that I look for to try and help me determine whether a person's on the up and up. And sometimes we can be deceived up until that point where the sheep in the wolf's clothing, or the wolf in the sheep's clothing, shows up, and they take that sheep's clothing off and they go for the throat, because that's what they do. They go for the throat, and they clamp on until you're dead. Really difficult. So anyways, I'm here to change at least some of that. It's called shedding the light in the darkness. It's called sharing my experiences, my strengths. The hope that I have is simple: to help you be a better person, to maybe share my experiences. I don't even have to help some of you. You're already a great person in the first place. Don't think that. For real, I'll tell you this again, I'm grateful. Thank you so very much for coming and joining me. This is the opportunity to be able to connect to nature. You're in Sarasota, Florida. You are. This is an opportunity as well. You can use it for meditation. I use it as well when I'll stop talking and just let the camera roll. We'll watch the sun come up here in just a few moments, and do my affirmation statements, and I write them down. And I was just telling a friend this last night, you know, if you don't have affirmation statements, it's a good thing to do. I've got a lot of spiral notebooks, just the regular school type notebooks. What I do with those is that I, at the top of the page, write my affirmations. So, like, one of my affirmations is, I am a child of God. So I'll write that I am a child of God, and I'll write it, I think it's 27 times on the page. Each line, same thing. Kind of reminds you back when you're back in school and you made a mistake. I will never do this again thing. Or I will not disrupt class. Or I will do my homework. I will hand it in on time. Whatever it might have been, you know. I know that I certainly stood up and had to do that in front of the class a couple times. You know, because maybe I wasn't always listening, paying attention like I should have been, and or creating havoc, and I shouldn't have been doing that stuff. Hey, kids are going to be kids. We do things sometimes, and we have to learn from those experiences. And there again, makes me think, okay, this book that I'm writing, Life Begins When You Start Living, and how important it is for me to get this book right, to back it up with not just my experiences, but actual, you know, clinical stuff, proven type science. So yeah, it's pretty involved, but I'm just going to work away at that, and I'm going to do the best I can, and I'll tell you what, I'll let you know when that's available. And maybe you'll know somebody or yourself that might be able to get something out of that. So in the meantime, this is a connection to nature. Welcome. I hope you had a good week so far. I really do. I've had a really great week. I'm very excited. I'm pumped up. Yeah, I'm pumped. I start my day with motivational videos. My day didn't start out exactly the way I normally plan it, because I do have a routine, and I try and follow that routine as very well best as I can. I've had to put it on a calendar so that I know and remind myself, do this, this, and this at this time, so that I can try and get things done. And I do the best that I can with it, and that's all I can do. Just do the best with it. I might not get everything accomplished every time, every day, but there's another day, hopefully. Although I know, in fact, that all I really do have is the present. That is right here. That is right now. You're with me. Thank you very much. Yesterday's a memory. I'm not guaranteed tomorrow. Hopefully I'll make it through tomorrow. I do, because I want to share, and I want to help, and I want to do the best that I possibly can. And I want to continue on a daily basis to become a better person. So, given that, again, welcome to Sarasota. You can hear the cicadas in the background. The cicadas come out every 7 years. It's like, wow, really? So they like, I guess, cocoon kind of thing. They live in the trees, and every 7 years they come out. And boy, I'll tell you, when you got a bunch of them, whew, I remember in Texas, I lived there for about 4 years. Holy cow. I mean, all you hear is this bzzz, this buzzing. It's like, wow. So anyways, there's a green space out back here. There's a lot of animals out there. There's squirrels, there's birds, there's raccoons, there's possums, there's all kinds of stuff. There's snakes. We've got water right behind us, yeah. Well, thank God there's no alligators, because of course in Florida there's a lot of alligators too, and I've done video on that. I've got some great video coming up in the near future. I hope that you're enjoying this. I hope that you come back again, see what I've got going on. I've got a great show now that I'm doing, is just developing. A lot of this stuff I don't have that quote strategic plan yet. I'm working on that. That's one of the things on my to-do list that just keeps on getting pushed and pushed, and so I just have to make time for that, because that's super important. It is, and I got to do something about it soon. But I've got this talk show, Stephen Goes Live, or at least that's what I've called it so far. And I'm going to have some very dynamic people on that show. I've already had some dynamic folks on that show. Yeah, join me for that. It's really awesome. All I'm doing there, I'm very, very particular about, you know, who I affiliate myself with. And this is, again, where the spiritual discernment comes in. Because I really don't want to affiliate myself with people that aren't like-minded, that really have this ulterior motive, that really aren't there because they want to be there, because they care about you. They're there because they're trying to get something from you. It's a shame, or it's just life, and it is. But very careful about who I try and surround myself with, and I have made a decision. I try and surround myself with people that are like-minded, that are trying to achieve the same types of goals that I am, and that's you, or else you wouldn't be watching right now. It's that simple. And if you're not liking what it is, then you're not. Off to the next. But I'll tell you what, this is a lengthy broadcast, and so I understand. I know your time is very valuable, and I respect that. But this is why it's on Facebook, LWN Live with Nature. It's got its own page. This is why it's on YouTube, so you can go back at your convenience and just look at this stuff. Okay? In the meantime, let's go ahead. Let's start working. I know that I constantly have to brush these darn mosquitoes and the gnats, and boy, I turn this camera on, you can see a couple of the bugs flying around out here. It is Florida. There's a lot of bugs. There's also a lot of mosquitoes and things of that nature too. So I've tried to just brush those mosquitoes particularly off, or they're just eat me up. I want to start by interact with some comments here. Petra, very good morning. Happy Friday to you, Petra. Thank you for joining us. Kathy Phillips in Kingman, Arizona. Thank you so very much. Cheyenne, Antoinette. I thought it was a snake. There's snakes out here. There could have been one around. For real. Some of them are like extremely dangerous and deadly. Water moccasins would be one of those. They will definitely, they're aggressive. They'll come after you. And they're around. You know, but everything has its place. And don't tell my mom that there might have been a snake, because by God, that will scare the heck out of her. Seriously. Okay. I did want to say that, though. I turned this camera on. Well, I had it going before I started the live. And what happened was I was seeing all kinds. I was seeing some orbs. I swear I was. And I've seen them before. And I photographed them. Where those photographs are, I'm not sure, but by God, there's some wild stuff. And that's just, this universe is full of energy, full of energy. Everything in my book is a living thing. You know, I don't care whether it's even steel. You know, then when they get right down to it, the science is showing that, yeah, the molecules within even solid things are moving. You know, and it all comes from somewhere. Jonathan, welcome so very much. crickets. Oh, yeah, buzzing is cicada. And I don't even know if I can spell that properly, for real. So I won't butcher that one. Cicadas. I think it's SECADAS, maybe. Something like that. Yeah, prayers to help you. Okay, absolutely. And for the group, yeah. No doubt, you know, I mean, it was my higher power inspired group, as well as the title of my upcoming book, Life Begins When You Start Living, because it just came to me. And so I selectively chose several people to be a part of that group, and it's an awesome group. Life Begins When You Start Living. Inspire people who inspire others. We had a bit of drama the last day or so. I put an end to that drama because that's what I do. Yeah, I've been a manager before, and I also will absolutely positively not allow people that have ill intention and or ulterior motives to be a part of it. When they show their colors, if I hadn't figured them out already, they're gone. They're done. All right. So I will always, and I said that to someone this morning in a private message, my priority is to look out for the people that I surround myself with, and I will do that, and I will warn those people about what's going on, because that's what I need to do. If I discern that there is a situation there, I'm going to say something about it. Now, it's a really fine line, because, you know, don't accuse anybody. I don't want to accuse anybody of anything I don't know for a fact. Well, guess what? I know for a fact that this guy didn't belong in our group, and if you are part of that group, I have put that message out. Please just block this guy, you know, because he it's not the first, it's not the second, and it's not the third. It's way more than that. Ashley, welcome. Welcome, I appreciate that. Devin Verzo. Verzo. Devin, welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you, Devin. He's a local guy. I need to get with him too one of these days soon. He's doing some good stuff too. Luke Anthony, thank you very much. I know that Luke Anthony is part of the Yes You Can Inspired to Achieve group. He does some awesome stuff. He's one of our young, up and coming, spiritual kind of guys. He's really awesome. I've seen his videos. He's pretty cool. Yeah, for real. Sonny, and of course Sonny, super fan Sonny, welcome. Michelle, thank you very much. Now don't take offense, please, that I call Sonny the super fan. Sonny has been there literally consistently since the beginning, and that's why she is the super fan. There are a lot of top fans. And I'll tell you what, help me to get to 10,000 people so then I can use that badge and apply that badge to everybody that it applies to, right? Michelle, welcome. Michelle's been watching. Michelle's been paying attention. Michelle watches my stuff. And I'm just going to say this. Thanks, everybody, for supporting me, you know? I appreciate that. Putu is always there, too. She's there a lot lately. All right. Welcome, everybody. Rachel. And Rachel is, in fact... I want to come around because a special shout out to Rachel Johnson. Rachel Johnson stepped up for me, and that was so awesome because, you know, I only do so much, and I really want to do justice to this group. I want to do justice for everybody. I want to, you know, share what I know, share my experiences so that people might be able to learn from that. I don't want to see people go down the same road I did. I don't. I don't want to see them have to go down that road. I tell you, if I'd have listened to my mother more, I'd have been a better off guy. But, there again, I'm not taking it back, because you know why? God told me that I had to do that stuff. That's why I had to go through all that crap. Excuse the language, but my God. Yes, my God. He put me through it for a reason. My mom was not right 99.9% of the time. You know, she warned me. She knew. She had that discernment. I didn't. I had to go out there and do it myself and learn the hard way. That's the way it is. It's okay, you know. And since I'm talking about it, yeah, I made the poor choice. I've written about it last year in that chapter about transformational change, and the bottom line is this. I'm going to start with this. Don't drink and drive. Do not drink and drive. If you want to drink and drive, you're taking your life in your hands. You're taking the life of everybody around you in there. And I just assure you of this. I said to myself I wasn't going to drink and drive, and I did it anyways, because once I got that alcohol in me, all bets were off. Some people can handle this stuff. I got into the point where I couldn't handle it. I say this. I grew up with a cocktail at 5 o'clock cocktail hour, right? Hell, I was, stay away. I was up in Whistler, BC, Canada, doing it on a ski trip, snow skiing trip. And staying in this fabulous, like, 4-level place with a spiral staircase. Anyways, in the bottom floor was the original 1 story of this 4 stories. And the guy rented the place out. We took a bunch of us, and so it was really designed towards having a bunch of groups come up, rent the place. So anyways, but I loved it because at that time, you know, I was young. I was in my 20s. And anyways, there was a sign that said 5 o'clock, and every number was 5 o'clock. So it's like drinking time is any time. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, you know, p.m. Anyways, I got to the point where I couldn't drink responsibly. Didn't mean that I couldn't drink sometimes responsibly. But 9 times out of 10, once I got drunk, like I say, all bets are off. Don't drink and drive, because that's what I wrote about in that book. And I shared what it did. It cost me everything that I had except for my life, and thank God I'm still here, because it almost cost me my life. I didn't want to be alive either. I didn't try anything, but I went to bed every single night going, oh my God, I hate my life. That's just no way to live. Life can be really good. It's all a matter of perspective, and I'll tell you what, it's a matter of the thinking, because thought is powerful. It all starts with a thought right here. It starts with that thought, and anything good takes an action plan. When you have to put that action plan down, you have to take a lot of work to achieve that. It takes a repetition. It takes commitment. It takes dedication, determination, and it takes visualization of that goal to achieve that. I know I've talked about it before. I'll be talking about it again, certainly talking about it in my book, and that's called CBT, Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. I'll just share this since I'm on that subject now. Cognitive behavioral therapy, you can call it brainwashing. I call it okay. Because what it did is it helped me be able to retrain my thinking, because I had a lot of thoughts that weren't healthy, and that those thoughts and those beliefs were my belief system. They were my morals, and I needed to change some of that so that I could be who I am today and think more in a positive manner, and to release my past and not live for the future necessarily, but live right here in this moment, because this is all I have. It's the present, and it's called that because it's a gift. Let's enjoy the moment. Let's enjoy the moment. So, all right. Very good. Appreciate everybody. There's a lot of comments, so I'm going to try and go back and get to those comments. I really will. Number 5 represents change. Yes, change. Kathy Phillips, so glad I had an awakening. Oh yeah, well, I've had an awakening multiple times. I didn't always continue to apply it, and this is where the consistency part comes in. You have to be consistent. I haven't been consistent always, but you know, with people like you, the viewers, you help me and give me a reason to definitely make good decisions, because you know what? I love doing this stuff, and so I also want to continue to do it. And if I make poor decisions, it ain't going to happen the way I want it to, I guarantee it. Because I can't tell you that honestly, drinking ever bought me, it didn't bring me any fame, it didn't bring me any money, It cost me money. It cost me everything I had. I ended up homeless over it. That was in 2010. And I'm still paying for it. But you know what? Life is good. And life can be good. But it is up to me. Nobody can force anybody to do anything or make any decisions. You have to do it for yourself. And I pray that you do. If you've got a situation that you're facing, I pray for you. Alrighty. Look at that sky. It is a beautiful morning here in Sarasota, Florida. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is about making a connection to nature. I know I've been talking a whole lot. I am going to be quiet now. And I really mean that. I'm going to let the camera roll. I'm going to do a quick pan. I'm going to say, welcome. If you're just coming into this broadcast, this is Live with Nature. You are in Sarasota, Florida, USA. We're about 6 miles from the Gulf of Mexico. It's a great place. I love it. It's a beautiful morning. Let's welcome today in. Let's have a great day. Happy Friday to you. And every day can be a happy day, but it's up to us. Now, I am going to use this next bit of time for repeating my affirmation statements, which is part of this cognitive behavioral therapy. It's about affirming the things that are the truths in my life. And if I say it enough, I say it over and over again, and I say it on a consistent basis for quite some time, then guess what? In fact, that's going to become my thinking. I will have convinced my brain that that's what I'm doing, and then my thinking will change, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, I've been freed from the past. I've been released the unhealthy thinking and replaced it with good healthy thinking, and bingo, God, life gets good. Life gets good. And there is our mockingbird, resident mockingbird. Don't know that I've named this mockingbird. I'm going to put it out there. Let's name this mockingbird. Okay? We can give it a name. Let's do that. So let's hear the names. And I'm just going to go with the name that, if it gets repeated more than once, bingo, that's its name. No, that's a dog, bingo. Alright, so anyways, I said I was going to be quiet. This mockingbird we're trying to name. Okay? Alright, so our red-tailed hawk is probably around somewhere. I haven't heard him yet. Quick another pan. This is looking towards the south. It's a beautiful morning. There's a little bit of a breeze right now. I'm enjoying it. I hope you are too. Alright, so here we go. Alright. Welcome Friday. Welcome Friday. Tweety. Okay, there's a name. Alright, thank you. There's one. The past is good. It makes us who we are. Correct. Tweety. Tweety. I like it. I like it. Cheyenne, thank you. Sweet. Gwyneth. Okay, that's a good name too. Alright, so I'm going to leave it with y'all. Y'all can just decide, whoever says it. And I don't know, why don't we vote after we get a couple names in there? If it's only 2 names, that's what it is. Let's make a decision together as a team, and we'll say, well, this is what the bird's name is from now on. That way, if we say it to it enough, over and over and over, it'll know its name. Alright, I'm going to do my affirmations. Use this for meditation, relaxation, but do not do that if you're driving, please. Do you see that? Whoa, I saw that. I just came. All right, did you see that though? That was something. Welcome, Gigi. Oh my God, that was something. Just as I walked out here, the mockingbirds were chasing the red-tailed hawk. Yeah, that was pretty wild. It sure was. We got birds. You got birds? We got birds. We do. Hope you're having fun today. Yeah, wow. Shoot, okay, so I finally found out why that happens. It happens for a reason. I want to say welcome to Gigi again. Eliza Rivera, welcome. Sarah Balderston, welcome again, Sarah. Appreciate you. Hey, was that pretty cool? I was on my other phone. I knew there was a reason to have another phone. There was. Luther McFarland, welcome. So yeah, I've got another phone. I knew that there was a reason for it. I've got multiple needs for it. One of them was to be able to go back there too after saying my, well, before I said my affirmations. And, yeah, be able to comment right as they come up. All right, so I see Tweety Pie at least twice now. I tell you what. So let's do it. Our mockingbird is Tweety Pie. Tweety Pie is a name for our mockingbird that comes to join us. Oh, welcome everybody. Oh yeah, so there's the clouds. We have, yeah, the bird. I'm trying to remember the name of what they call this guy. It's not coming to me right this second, but anyways, yeah, they're natural. Oh, there's a mockingbird just came flying at us. Don't know that I got that. You can see that other one just right there. Tweety bird. That's sweet. I like it. I do like it. Okay, here's Tweety bird. Tweety bird's right here. There's Tweety bird. Yeah. Hello, Tweety bird. Okay, yeah, I saw it enough to say, yeah, that's a good name. Let's go with that. All right, so there'll be more birds. We'll name more birds in the future. We will. I was telling you why that was happening. Okay, so these little mockingbirds, boy, they're serious business. They might be small, but I swear they got heart. They got big hearts, because what they're doing actually is they're protecting their nest. That's what they're doing. They will go after the biggest bird. It does not matter to them. They will go after them to protect their nest. Hey, doesn't that sound kind of like parents and their kids? Yeah, we'll do just about anything we can to protect their children, you know? Yeah. Yes. Yes, that's what we do, and that's what I did too as well for my members of my group of Life Begins When You Can Start Living. Yeah, when you can start living. You know, you have to be able to want to. I want to live. I want to enjoy life, and I want to make the very best of it. And so, yeah, I will always look out and for the betterment of our group, Life Begins When You Start Living, and on my friends too as well. When I see something that's not right and that doesn't make sense to me, I will say something about it. I will. I might not make a bunch of friends, or I might lose friends over some of the things I say and do, but you know, that's how it is too. I'm sorry that happens, or I'm not really sorry. You know, I'm not. It just does. I think it's important. If I see something wrong, I'm going to say something about it. I learned, don't accuse people of things I don't know. I took care of a situation in my group. I should have checked with you, Rachel, first. I did feel that. But like I said in my video to the group, I made an executive decision. And I did it with good reason. And I had proof. I had very good proof. So therefore, yes, there's all kinds of people. We talked about my topic, and if you didn't see it, go back, take time whenever you want to, at your convenience. That's the important part. spiritual discernment. It's about judging other people's character. It can be hard. Sometimes I can be mistaken, I promise you. I do not always get it right. I've had to learn that one the hard way too. But I learned, don't accuse people of things I don't know for a fact. Don't accuse people because I hear it from somebody else until I've proven beyond a shadow of a doubt within my own mind that that's how I feel about it. I've done it a few times lately. That's what's going to happen. It happens to people like us that actually are out there trying to do the right thing. The more we try and do the right thing, the more we speak about our higher power, whom I call God, or you can call your higher power anything you want to. I'll tell you that it is the creative thought behind everything. It's the creative original causation of everything that is. And I call that God, and I call Jesus Christ as my Savior. And if I'm wrong, I'll have lost absolutely, positively nothing. I'll have lived a life that I can be proud of. That's the deal. That's how I feel. So, thank you. I really appreciate everybody that took time to come and join me this morning. It is a fabulous day. It is Friday. The weekend's coming. I'm not scheduled tomorrow yet, which is good, because my schedule changes on like a moment-to-moment basis sometimes. I'm not talking about just my work schedule. That changes definitely from hour to hour. Yeah, it's a whole other story. But life changes, things happen, and so the more I'm in a position of accepting the situation of exactly the way that it is for that moment, the better off I found that I am. So, all I'm doing, I have a purpose. My purpose is to help other people. My purpose is to share my story, to share my experiences, and send a message of hope, send a message of light, talk about my spiritual being. I am a spiritual being. I'm having a human existence. I'm trying to make the very best of it. It works for me. You know, does it work for everybody? No, it doesn't. But that's okay. You know, if you're with me, you're with me. If you understand that that I respect other people's thinking, you know, absolutely I do. And I mean it, I do. Don't always agree, but the best thing I've learned is that if I don't agree with something, because it's not making sense to me at that moment, keep an open mind. Maybe something's going to happen. I might get that spiritual discernment to say, aha, maybe you ought to change your thinking, because I'm in a constant transformational change, transitioning into better thinking, healthy thinking. That's what I try to do. I do have a higher power, and I like to come towards the end of the program here and pray. I pray for myself, I pray for you, I pray for everybody, whether they hear this video or not. I'm praying for you. This is it. I have a higher power, that is God. Dear God, thank you so very much for today. Thank you for giving me another day. Thank you for allowing me to be able to broadcast this morning, do the live with nature, make a Friday connection to the nature, share it with other people. I ask, Lord, that you would hear my prayers. I ask that you would be with us. Lift us all up. Lift us to a higher level of understanding, acceptance, and wisdom, that we might be able to go out and carry a message of inspiration, of hope, and the light that shines in the darkness. Thank you, Lord, for all that you've done. I ask that you would be with all of those that might be suffering for any particular reason today, Lord, whether it's a family issue, whether it's resentments, whether it's anger, whether it's addictions, whether it's financial situations, whether it is, relationship situations, whether it's your health. Lord, help us all, keep us healthy, have us here. Help me to understand too, Lord, that, it's not for me to question you why things happen, because sometimes things happen, Lord, that I don't understand, and I go, why would this happen? Or this person has left us too quickly. They had a whole life ahead of them. It's disappointing and it's sad sometimes, Lord, but just help me to be not stuck in the sadness. Help us all to not be stuck in our situations that is dragging us down, Lord. Help us to rise up, shed the light, be the light, and glorify you in all that I do. I release these words. Be with us in all that we do today. Everybody, have a wonderful weekend. I say amen. Namaste and namaskar. Dear Lord, thank you. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, friends. I got to know some people more than I know others. If you are watching this for your first time or the second time or the third time, it doesn't matter. Feel free to send me a friend request. I'll go through them and I'll use the spiritual discernment to decide who's for real and who's not. But if you're interested in what we do and what our message is, which is inspiring people and helping people and paying it forward without expectation of personal gain, loving your higher power, and just trying to be the light, send me that friend request if you will. And I'll go through them and I'll do that. Bear with me because I am one person. I have a lot to do, and sometimes I don't get back to this stuff as quickly as I would like. But that's okay too. As we grow, we will put in place all the things that are necessary to be able to just do the best that we can. And I'm very excited for my future. I'm excited for your future. There's big things happening if I allow it. I have to be able to allow it. It's really super important to set goals. Super, super important. Set goals, write them down, put down affirmations, the I am statements. I am this, I am a child of God, Jesus Christ is my Savior, He is my role model, I am a good person, I am happy, I am wealthy, not necessarily financially, wealthy in spirit and soul, wealthy in gratitude. Write it down, make a to-do list. This is important stuff. It all starts with a thought, and then it takes an action plan to actually achieve my dreams and my goals. It's going to take a lot of work. It takes consistency, it takes determination, dedication, repetition, and visualization of our goals completed already. Visualize whatever you choose to visualize as a goal or a dream already achieved. This is critical. Even if it isn't achieved already, believe in the fact that it is. And I believe and know for a fact in my life when I've done that, and I've repeated it over and over for at least, they say, 21 days or 30 days, or for the rest of my life for that matter of fact. My thinking changes. I put in new thought. I replace unhealthy thinking with positive thinking. Those thoughts become me, they become my personality, they become my belief system, they become my morals. Hope I've shared something that's important to you today. I really appreciate everybody that takes time to come and watch this video. If you're coming in at the end, go and look at it. We're on Facebook. It's on my personal page, obviously. Stephen Smith SRQ. I am Stephen Smith SRQ. On Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube. I am also with our community, Live with Nature, on Facebook, we'll work on the Instagram upload, on Twitter, we'll work on the upload, on YouTube, we've got it. We got over, I counted 132 videos. I apologize, but not, we're working on it. We need to do some current stuff. It's been a minute since that's been uploaded, and that did not help me try and get that message out, so I'll be working on that. I'm very excited. I'm not using my new tripod yet, but I got it yesterday. Got to figure out exactly how I'm going to make this thing work on that. Man, I feel the goosebumps. I feel the energy. Thank you. I do. I'm moving forward. I am moving forward in a positive manner. I am. I've got my dad. Bless his heart, I love my dad. I am what I am today because of my father. He has helped me. I am who I am because of me and because of what God's done for me. But I love my father. I love him dearly. and he taught me so much. He's gracious enough. I'm going to buy it off of him. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm going to buy it off of him and give him money for this camera. He gave me a camera yesterday, a nice Canon EOS Rebel DSLR digital camera. I am so super excited. Now, I don't know how to program. I'm not really super high tech. I know how to use stuff within the intranet or forget the word. I don't know. Not highly tech. I'm also writer, producer, cameraman, all this stuff. It's fun. I love it. I got this camera. I got the tripod. I'm telling you what. I got a laptop sitting in there. I'm going to connect it all together. And let's pray for me that I could do this and pull it off. Because you know what? I plan to take that camera, which is going to get excellent photos, excellent video, and I'm going to connect it to my laptop, and then I'm going to use my phone, which is a hotspot, and which means it's going to be able to connect to the internet, and then I'm going to broadcast it from wherever I happen to be. Watch for that. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Take care. Have a wonderful day. It is Friday. Let's make the best of it. Let's pay it forward in some fashion. Let's put a smile on somebody's face. Enjoy your life today. Know that you can. Start with I can enjoy life. I am enjoying life, and you can, and I pray for that. Thank you so very much, Stephen Smith. I'll be signing off from Sarasota. We'll see you soon. Take care. I'll let the video roll. I will. I'll let the video roll. Thank you so very much, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do. I feel the energy. I feel that love from everybody. I feel it in my soul. I feel it. And in my skin, I've got goosebumps everywhere. And I call them God bumps. It really is the universe speaking to me. It's also affirming the truth, which it does. I call that the law of attraction. I call it the law of attraction. I know that it is real. And it works for everybody the same. It doesn't just treat me differently. It can do the same things it's done for me, for you. I know that many of us are in a good place in this community. I know that we are. And that's really cool. But we can be human. I can be human. I struggle, you know. But thank God I don't struggle for any length of time. I used to do it for decades at a time. I don't have to do that anymore. And that's the beauty of it. It really is. Squirrely is heading towards some food. I believe that they have peanuts out here for him. No, he went off there. Okay. Fair enough. We're looking south. Blue sky. I love that song by ELO. Blue skies. Blue skies. So, Mike Chavez, our live Masters king and leader. He's singing last night, I love you. I tell you what, I gotta love him. I do. You know, he's got more guts about that than I do. The only time I normally did that in the past was when I would be on the road, and I was in the healthcare industry for about 15 years. And I traveled all over. And so what the deal is with that is that, you know, I'd be in different towns all over the place. And so, yeah, I'd go into the bar. Of course, I was drinking, right? So I'd go into the bar and order a drink, of course. And, yeah, boy, after a few drinks, oh, hell, give me that microphone. I'll get up there and I'll do that. I'll do some lip syncing. I'll do some karaoke. Are you kidding? Thank you, everybody. Take care. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. All right, this is Stephen Smith. I'm out for now. We'll see you around soon. Thank you so very much, Sonny. Love you too. Take care. Cheyenne, thank you very, very much. I can, I will, and I am. You're right. Peace out, everybody.